Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Now today we'll be looking at the car I bought for 50 euros. This is day 2 of the Nissan Sunny, because technically yesterday was day 1 but it was raining and I had to make beautiful heart-shaped cookies. Love you all, you know. That is it, the big boy. Now I actually bought this car yesterday for 50 euros from a gypsy who lived in the forest somewhere around Amsterdam in like a double-decker bus with little curtains, and he kept this car going, you know, with little fixes which we will adventure today. First of all, this is the fuel cap. Now the key no longer fits in here properly because it's rusted, so you can't open it, but to fix that he's bent it a little bit so that you can just jam your fingers behind there and it pops right open. It only takes high E5 fuel, which sucks because that's more expensive, because that's like performance fuel because it has more ethanol in it. Then over here we have some rust, but it's being duct taped to be fixed. We have some more rust there, but none of them are actually here on the undersills, which means we are still okay. Car legally has to be able to open all its doors to drive in the Netherlands. So the handle is broken off of here. We'll see it later when we go back inside. But hypothetically, you can open it by pushing this and then you're inside. Now this door doesn't always open from the inside or the outside, but apparently this is good enough to be allowed to drive. Open up this beast. Now I'm going to have to move fast here. You see there's this stick. We gotta prop that stick up quick. And then we have our rather nice area. This chair doesn't go forward because the gypsy scammed me and he took his little screwdriver. There used to be a screwdriver in this hole, and then you would stick it in that hole and then this would collapse. See? Boom. Look at all that space. That's a beautiful popsicle stick. Here we have the fog lights. The fog lights are supposed to be there and there, but well, there's a problem. You're not allowed to drive with fog lights that are not working. But if the car is this old, then it doesn't legally need to have fog lights. So if it doesn't have fog lights, that's not a problem. There's a tire and a tiny jack and, you know, good stuff. Now over here you see there has been done some electrical work. Something is wrong with the electricity coming from there to here and to the rear lights here. So what you do is you turn this on when you want to drive in the night, and then your rear night lights are on. This is the rear wiper. It is dead. Yeah, that needs to be redone. This is worse. This one was not duct tape. It is fucked. Yeah. This is the antenna. It is rusted pretty a bit. It moves out a bit, but the radio doesn't work anyway, so who cares. This is the front. One of the lights needs to be fixed. It has a bit of water in it, but that's okay. That is fine. We don't care. It's all fine. Oh, what a beast. This is leaking a little bit, but it is fine for now. The bigger problem is there's a timing chain in here, and it has been stretched out a bit because it has not been swapped in a while, which means the timing of the engine isn't quite perfect, and that means it goes and then it like skips a couple beats, and that shakes the car a little bit. It's a bit creepy, but you know, I drove like, I don't know, 50 kilometers to get home and didn't have any problems, so it's fine. I did have this morning, when I hadn't run it for a while, this carburetor, it needs some fixing because, well, yeah, it can't start up properly. Like, you need to do a whole little ritual to get it started. You need to pump the gas a bit, you need to add some motor, and you just gotta wait, and eventually it starts. It needs to heat up. There's a coil in here that needs to heat up properly before it can start. To the interior over here, we have this beautiful Nissan steering wheel. Everything works, horn and stuff. Then we have these windshield wipers. They work most of the time. If we look down here at the fuse box, we need a couple chopsticks to properly wedge in all the fuses, and that's the one for the windshield wipers that has fallen out once again, which was not fun yesterday when I had to keep stopping and fixing it while I was driving home. Speaking of when I was driving home, and look over there, that is the dials. This one works, that one works, that one works, but this middle one is the speed, and it gives like a speed that is between 20 and 50 kilometers too low. So I was on the highway cruising at like 150. I was like, boy, how fast is everybody driving? And then my dad was like, nah, you're going 80. You're going fucking 80, but it looks like you're going 150. This is the radio. It matches with a little aerial outside. The aerial is rusted, so that might be the problem. But it also has no volume, and that is probably because this speaker that has just been cut out of the dashboard over there is not working. This is the handle for opening the window. There's a problem, it keeps falling off. So what I do is I open the window and I close the window, and then I just plop it here with my phone stand and stuff. Over here as well are my beautiful car keys, which look like bike keys. Actually, they look more like bike keys than my actual bike keys. So yeah, that's beautiful. Over here is the piece de resistance. It is a little switch and it looks hella cool. And it is hella cool. Because I do this and opens that small window there in the back. It only does it on that side. That side nothing happens. I don't know why, but that is the case. Over here we have ancient hieroglyphics, and they are also over there on the back. Every door has this rather nice little place where you can store things, and in this one I actually found 1 single cent, so that means I paid 1 cent less for this car than expected. And look, all the expensive cabriolets are now passing by, Porsches, and I think the first one is an Audi. So yeah, they're flexing a little bit on me, but that's no problem. That is a Nissan Micra. This is also a Nissan. We can be homies. This is the rear windshield wiper. It doesn't do anything. And there is, of course, a little bit of damage over there. And just a little bit of damage everywhere. Now, this window opens up most of the time, but there's a little bit of rust. Sometimes it gets stuck behind that screw. Oh, you can't really see it, but there's a screw right there next to the window, and it's kind of rubbing up, and it doesn't want to open. This little handle here allows me to move the mirrors, but yeah, it doesn't work great. Now, you'd think there'd also be a handle on this side. There is not. Instead, you have to unbuckle these really nice seat belts here, and then you have to grab the window holder. Come on, open up the window, and then you have to manually set it. The visibility out of these tiny ass mirrors is absolutely abysmal. They're useless. You just look like you have to just turn your head to actually see anything. This covers the fuse box, but it can't because of the chopsticks that are there. So instead we use it to check which part of the fuse box is broken. Over here we have a couple cool toys that fell off the car. We have this thing that says Nissan Sunny. We have a door handle, which is that door handle for outside, and other assorted parts. This here is the gear lever. It is not very large, as you can see. My hand fits rather snugly on it, and you shift gears like that, and then you do it almost all the way out, and then you can go to 5th, and then if you push it all the way out you can go to 6th. No, that's reverse. There is no protection to avoid you going from reverse. So there could be a case where you accidentally do that instead of going into 4th. So I haven't done it yet, but it might be a problem. Another problem is when you brake rather hard, the engine decides to give up. So I decided to park here, right, in this nice little foresty area. And well, the engine just was like, okay, I'm done for today, and then just gave up. I had the similar problem in a bend over there. So I braked for a nice little curve through the bend, and the car behind me was like, what the fuck? I was just standing there trying to restart my car. Speaking of which, let's hear the rowl of this engine. That sounds powerful. But there are no warning lights. Look how beautiful that is. I don't know what this does. I don't know what any of these buttons do. We have an ashtray. And it has spare fuses in here. Because the fuses do tend to go. The headliner is a bit fucked. It will probably have to be swapped out. I actually don't know if this works. Yeah, this light doesn't work. But the biggest problem is that, yeah, look at that. The top of my hair is touching the headliner because it's sagging down. Like, my head is not touching, but the top of my hair shouldn't be so fluffy. As you can see, it's a little bit wobbly, but in general, it is alright. It speeds up pretty well, actually. It has about the same weight as the Twingo, but it has about 50% more power, which it's still not a lot of power, but it is actually quite powerful, and it corners pretty well as well. It kind of sucks that the radio doesn't work, but you know, I am my own radio. Oh, country road, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama. Okay, now we are on the highway. As you can hear, the wind noise is pretty loud, but there's a rather nice Porsche 944 there, so that's nice. I'm going 130 on my little thing, but I'm pretty sure I'm driving way slower than everybody else. This is a 100 road. It is rather comfortable for large tours. The only thing that really annoys me is the fact that the steering wheel is slightly off center, so it isn't quite perfect, and it just really triggers my OCD. It's way more comfortable than the Twingo for long road distances because the chairs are just more comfortable, the suspension is better, and because it's a slightly bigger car, it's slightly better on the road as well. To go get Matthijs, and I realized that the locks don't work at all, so we're leaving it like this. The past owner even left the key in the ignition, didn't even bother, because look, are you going to steal this car? I mean, no. A new thing, when you get out after driving it for a little while, sometimes these get a little bit electrostatically charged, and then you touch the door when you're closing it and you get a tiny shock, and it's not bad, but it definitely wakes you up in the morning. In Luna, which is the natural home of the expensive cars like Teslas, that's the Lamborghini there. Those are a couple of Porsches, and I think that might be, I don't actually know what that is, but you see, there's a lot of expensive cars. There's Teslas all the time. I think one of the guys here has a Karma Rivero. Over there, that's a Bentley. I mean, they got everything here. It's a bit of the flex land. Real quiet, because he's coming. It's the Matthijs. Hi, Matthijs.
You look like Chewie the Wookiee. Please shave.
You're breaking a rule here.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's good.
And also,
You go first. You lead.
here you go, a cookie. Remember, it's the thought that's sweet and not the cookie, because I forgot to add enough sugar.
Where did you just pull this cookie from?
In my pocket. It's tasty. Eat it. Eat it, Matthijs. Do it. It has 0 sugar. I forgot.
You forgot to add the sugar.
I know, I did a good job, right?
Guys, I am scared. I am honestly scared.
It is a safe car. It is more comfortable on the highway than the Twingo.
Really?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Because the chairs are nice. The only thing is that the window didn't close all the way, so the wind noise was super loud.
But the speedometer is broken.
The speedometer's broken, but it's broken so that it looks like I'm going fast.
It's not that car, isn't it?
It's not that one. It's the one
right behind
the tree. It is very beautiful.
Holy shit. You got this for 50 bucks?
I got this for 50 bucks.
Holy shit, that looks pretty good.
It is actually
Honestly.
pretty good.
Honestly, that looks pretty good. You know,
This is the door handle.
how does it open?
Sometimes. Come, sit inside. It won't give you corona.
You look kind of like a pedophile in this car with that beard. Seriously,
Come on.
oh my, okay, yeah.
It's nice and comfortable. Sit right here, little kid.
Okay, I'm leaving. I'm actually leaving.
Matthijs, you may wonder why I asked you to check this car. Well, it's Japanese.
It's Japanese.
It's a Nissan Sunny, which is almost a Nissan GTR, you know? It's pretty much the same.
Wait, what does it say? Tewo kakenaide something.
What does it mean?
Don't put your hand on it.
Wow! Japan! Wow. Okay, it has steering lock like the Twingo, except it's worse than the Twingo.
Nissan Sunny Model B11.
It roars to life!
Oh my god.
It's more powerful than the Twingo.
I don't feel safe. I genuinely don't feel safe. Okay, we are moving though. We are moving.
Oh.
Okay, that does that.
That's the muscles.
Oh my god.
Whoa!
Jesus
Speed!
Christ, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ. 50 bucks, 50 bucks. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ. Bought a trash can. What should I say?
What do you think of this beautiful mobile?
Trash can, trash can, trash can, trash can, trash can.
Would you want to go on a road trip in its current state?
No, absolutely not.
Well guys, that was it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like down below. Now I've been working on the Sunny during this corona isolation time, and I'll be posting updates in the coming time, so don't forget to subscribe to stay notified. Now everybody can watch the updates except for Matthijs, because we want to get his reaction at the end when the Sunny is hopefully slightly better, and see the difference, so you can't really see the road there, can he?